Good morning. My name is Andrew. I'm an alcoholic and an addict.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jeannie. I'm an alcoholic and addict.
First of all, thanks to everybody who's watched these streams. We've had quite a few views and several very encouraging comments. So we just want to thank everybody as we complete day 7 and week 1. We're finishing up step zero today, and then tomorrow we'll be moving on to steps 1 and 2, or no, step 1, and then after that we'll do step 2 and 3. So anyway, Jeannie picked out the reading today and the song. But why don't you tell us about the song first, Jeannie, and then I'll do the reading.
Okay. The song is called is Shine Down, and it's called Save Me. And I'll just read you a little bit of the lyrics. It really speaks to, that hopeless feeling that you get to when you're in step 0 and you want to change. How did I get here? And what went wrong? Couldn't handle forgiveness, so now I'm far beyond gone. And I can hardly remember the look of my own eyes. How could I love this? My life so dishonest, it made me compromise. And then this is the chorus of it. Someone save me, if you will, and take away all these pills. And please just save me, if you can, from my blasphemy in my wasteland. The very last word of the song is why, and he says it a couple of times, why. And as alcoholics, we understand that, we get that you feel that desperation and not knowing, not understanding, why am I this way? Why do I have to be this way? And so it's really gut wrenching. And there are 20 questions that some of you may have seen before that question, am I an alcoholic? We'll put that link in there today. I do recommend that, go through there and take a look at that. And also it states in the big book, and we say this in our meetings, we cannot diagnose you. This is something that you have to come to your own conclusion if you are an alcoholic or not. And then Andrew is going to do a little bit of the reading from the big book.
So before I begin, I just want to reiterate what she said. Once I had finally gone to my first recovery meeting, I was at my doctor's office, and I found one of those quizzes at my doctor's office. It was in a little pamphlet that they had in the lobby, and I took it home, and I got an A+ on that quiz. I think I only answered no to maybe one of the questions. I got flying colors. I successfully self-diagnosed myself as an addict and an alcoholic within the first couple of days of my recovery. I thought I was dying, and that's why I went to the doctor. I said, I quit alcohol, and I think I'm dying. Can you please tell me I'm not dying? And he said, you're fine. You're going to be fine. You are fine, and you're going to be fine. So this short reading from the big book is taken from page 24. The fact is, most alcoholics, for reasons yet obscure, have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory of the suffering and humiliation of even a week or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink. So I want to just reiterate this, and it'll come into play as we talk about how we do our recovery. I couldn't successfully do anything after I'd reached a certain point of total control over my life by the addiction itself, by the disease of addiction. It completely wreaked havoc through every aspect of my life. And whenever people congratulate me on my sobriety, it's usually people who are not in recovery who congratulate me on my willpower. I want to make it very, very clear. My willpower is not my friend when it comes to this disease. My willpower made me think that this was a form of freedom, and it was the ultimate form of slavery. I was building chains and bricks and bars around my life based on my inability to live without substance abuse. So, and it was not substance use. It wasn't recreational. It wasn't social drinking. It was addictive alcoholic drinking and use of other substances.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie, you want to pick out a few words from that reading, or say just a couple more things as we wrap up day 2?
Yeah, and
day 7.
The Lectio Divina, that's one of the things you read the passage, and you just pick out words that really speak to you, and then maybe you read again, and you meditate on that. The song helps also, so listening to the song maybe prior or after you've read it is very helpful too. And for me, um, power keeps coming out. Power of choice and drink. Power becomes practically non-existence. Power. Sufficient force, um, defense, lost, you know, and that was obvious in that song too. And you may be hearing us laugh every now and then. We know this is a very serious subject. We know it can be life or death. And it's not that we're laughing at anyone who has this, it's that we've experienced it. We go through it together. It's a we program. When any type of recovery you do, it's that you're working with another person who's been through that similar, maybe not the exact same thing, but very similar experiences. And so that's where, you know, we try to keep the levity and let you know that we know what you're going through. So
I laugh because I'm exasperated and frustrated, and I can't believe I went for so long without realizing who I really was. And it
yeah.
was such a relief to finally admit who I really was and realizing that my weird personality, I don't need drugs. I abuse coffee. I have ADHD, and they say coffee is really good for ADHD, but I abuse coffee. And some of my friends, when I get happy on coffee, they're like, you don't need coffee. Some people, their brains are so weird all by themselves that they don't need drugs. And I'm laughing at myself because of the sheer relief and also the sheer joy of not having to live another day chained up to that bottle, to that nipple of the beer bottle or the whiskey glass.
And I am going to post in this episode also where you can find treatment. There's a 24-hour treatment referral hotline that the government has. And of course, there's Alcoholics Anonymous meetings that we have several here in the Cookville area, which is really nice. But on that link, I think you can also find if you live somewhere else, and then also the NA meetings. So maybe that'll be helpful for some of you.
And in this post-pandemic era, online meetings are abundant, and some of them are really excellent meetings. And they have them all throughout every hour of the day, whatever hour is convenient for you to catch a meeting. You can find one online.
We
So
do
tomorrow,
one every 7 a.m. every day of the week.
Central Time, and you can reach out to us, and that's called the Good Coffee Group. Okay, so we're at 8 minutes. We try to keep these pretty short. I love Jeannie Smith, and we're doing this also to help each other and help our recovery. If only Jeannie and I stay sober from helping each other today, that's enough. And we'll see you tomorrow as we begin step 1 and day 8 of this 28-day challenge we've given each other to talk about our recovery in public on a live stream. Everybody have a great day.
Yes, have a wonderful day. Thank